friends on this beautiful Sunday morning. Welcome to our On the Record, Always Civil, Institute for Education Public Policy Roundtable. Ambassador Michael Oren, thank you so much for coming to us during this very critical time. We're most gracious and happy to have you here as well. You join a very distinguished group of past speakers. We've had Nobel laureates, Pulitzer Prize recipients, mayors, governors, senators, cabinet secretaries, a White House chief of staff at the White House. We've had a maestro. We've had Gabriella Sabatini, a very famous tennis player, and a Miss America, and 5 Supreme Court justices. So thank you for being with us this morning. If you would like to learn more about the Institute for Education, you can go to our website. You can find us on Flickr, YouTube, Facebook. What did I forget? And if you'd like to tweet today, you can use the IFE info hashtag and tweet all about it this morning. I want to thank my great friend and the chairman of the Board of Stewards of the Institute for Education, Marcy Robinson, sitting to the right of the ambassador. Marcy invited the ambassador, facilitated this morning, and I don't know how you pulled it off, Marcy, but you got him here. This is really great. I told you play tennis. So very good job. I want to welcome our extraordinary and plenipotentiary ambassador, Vegard Stroman of Norway, and his wife, Reverend Dr. So you all have a beautiful program on your table, and you can pick that up. It has Michael's CV, it has Ed Henry's CV in there, who's going to introduce the ambassador in a few minutes, and a guest list and a list of our important members who make all of this possible. We always do a little buzz section to keep things lively. So this morning we have Susan Ginsburg, who has written a very important book, Securing Human Mobility in the Age of Risk. I mean, that's a mouthful, right? New Challenges for Travel, Migration, and Borders. The book is available downstairs, and Susan will be happy to autograph it for you. Susan says, so say a word or two, please, about your book, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Well, my book starts with the observation that there are over 500 million border crossings a year in this country, and that almost a third of Americans have passports. So what we're really talking about at borders is movement. But instead of thinking about movement, we think about securing borders. So the thesis of my book is that we should think about securing the movement of people and not borders. And if we think about securing the movement, then we do a whole lot of other things that we're not doing yet. And among them is much closer relationships with our allies who are sending people to our country so that we can secure that movement. So I hope all of you take a look at my book.
Thank you. And you have another one coming up, right?
Not quite yet.
Thank you. Great. Congratulations again. Now, Ambassador Oren, I know that your backhand needs some work. We've got spoken on this. I'm a tennis coach, so I can talk about his backhand a little bit. And Henry, I know your return serve needs some work on his tennis. So this morning, I invited Mark Ein, who is sitting over here. Mark is an IFE supporter and the owner of Washington, D.C.'s World Team Tennis team called the Washington Kastles. And so I've asked Mark to give us a little briefing and update on how the season is looking.
Thank you, Kathy.
And you all have these nice little goodies from the Washington Kastles that you get to take home with you. Thanks from Mark.
Please, yes. Thank you, Kathy, and it's a great pleasure to be here, and Ambassador Oren. Pleasure to be here with you. Kathy and I actually first met when you would do your convening of the most interesting people in Washington on the tennis court.
That's
before
right.
It was the Washington Club, and you were outstanding at that, as great as this organization is too. So we've been friends for a long time. And Kathy was nice enough to invite me 2 years ago when we started the team before we'd ever played a match, and we told everyone what this was going to be like and what the experience was going to be. The truth is, I didn't know because I had actually never been to a match, but we have since had 2 seasons. It's been just a really unbelievably rewarding experience. lead the league in attendance by a mile. We have our attendance is 3 times the league average, 40% over the second highest team. People come, they come back and back and back. 95% of our season ticket holders renew.
Tell us who's on the team.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. And on the team, we have had Serena Williams the last 2 years, and we added Venus Williams this year. It's been a great pleasure getting to know both of them. They're, in addition to amazing tennis players, they're really terrific people and ambassadors. We know Venus was very supportive of Shahar Peer when she played in the Middle East, and it's reflective of who they are as people. So that's great. The team's coached by Murphy Jensen, who is a great player and a wonderful tennis personality. And then the other players on our team, Leander Paes is the defending U.S. Open doubles champion, 12-time Grand Slam champion. Renee Stubbs, 6-time Grand Slam champion. In total, this team has 64 Grand Slam titles amongst them. So it's sort of an unprecedented collection of tennis talent. We did win the championship of our league last year, which was really exciting. In fact, yesterday, Ted Leonsis, when he bought the Wizards, in the press conference, told the assembled media that winning championships is really hard. In fact, the only person who's done that in Washington is Mark Hine and DC United, so that was very nice of him.
That's great.
And then, most importantly, we've also done a lot in the community. We bring between 100 and 400 kids to matches for free through charitable organizations. Nina, Serena, and our players do 9 clinics for inner city kids in our stadium. We give out 1,000 free tennis rackets to kids who don't have rackets. And that's been an incredibly important and rewarding part. But everyone has a great time when they come. I hope people will come out, and thanks for listening.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck. Thank you, Mark.
How long does
It takes, the stadium's in the middle of Washington, 11th at 8th Street, and it takes about a month to build. It's really an extraordinary setting for a tennis stadium. And Kathy, the only other thing I want to mention is last year we did our first charity classic where we brought DC celebrities in to play a match, and this year we're actually doing it on its own night. It's being broadcast by Comcast, actually.
Yes, that's exciting.
Sportsnet.
There'll be a lot of celebrities
on
there.
July 19th, and it's going to be a big match. It's going to be media, athletes, political, and we're also looking for an ambassadors match. So.
It's about that backhand.
And it's going to be a series of sort of tiebreakers. We're going to try to create Republicans against Democrats, House versus Hill, Redskins against Ravens. So as Ambassador Oren plays, you can decide which country you want to play against. Or partner with.
Micronesia.